Chase Sapphire Preferred is one of the best credit cards on the market, and I use it every single day. And with an annual fee of only $95, this can be one of the best investments you can make. In this video, I'm going to show you all the benefits there is and give you the complete guide so that you have all the information you need before signing up for the Chase Sapphire. So let's get into it. Before we get to the benefits, it would be a big help if you can hit the subscribe button. That will help me make more videos like this. So please go ahead, hit the subscribe button, and let's get into the video. So the first benefit of getting the Chase Sapphire Preferred is that you get 75,000 points when signing up. The only thing you have to do is to spend $5,000 within the first 3 months, and then they'll give you the 75,000 points. And this is an amazing deal because this card is only $95, which is peanuts compared to many other cards such as the American Express or the Chase Sapphire Reserve, which have a lot higher annual fee. And the reason why the 75,000 points is really interesting is because you can use these points on flights, hotels, and many other things. And you could also just choose to convert these 75,000 points just to money, and then you would get $750. But this is not the best way to use this card. The best way is to use it on airlines, which can give you thousands of dollars of value. If I should give you examples, then you can get one business class flight long haul. Let's say you take LA to Paris. Or it could also be a couple of shorter flights, either business class, or it could be 4 or 5 economy class flights. There's really a lot of value in these 75,000 points. So potentially you have thousands of dollars of value in these 75,000 points. So this is the first benefit. So benefit number 2 is that you get 3x on online groceries. And what this means is that you can actually get a lot of points from your Chase Sapphire, because if you use the Chase Sapphire for all your online groceries, then that can add up, and it can maybe be 10,000 points a month or 20,000 points a month, depending on how much you spend. I put some calculations here so you can look how many points you can actually get every month if you use the Chase Sapphire for your online shopping. There's a few exceptions. One of them is Walmart and also a few other companies, but the rest of the companies, you can get the 3x on online groceries. The third one is that you get 3x on streaming services. If you have a lot of different streaming services, this can also add up and give you a few thousand points every single month. So if you have Netflix, you have Disney, or many of these other streaming services, put them on your Chase Sapphire and you'll get 3x. This can easily add up and give you one free flight within not too long. And then the fourth benefit is that you get 3x on dining. And this is pretty good, especially if you're a person that goes out and enjoys a nice dinner at a restaurant from time to time. Then again, this can add up and give you a lot of extra points. So this is really a benefit that is also really worth noticing. So benefit number 5 is that you get 5x on all the bookings you do on Chase's own travel portal. So this means if you book a flight, if you book a hotel, if you rent a car and things like that in the Chase portal, then you'll get 5x the points. And often these bookings are relatively big bookings, and for that reason you can earn a lot of points getting 5x. So number 6 is that you get 2x on all other travel. So if you're a person that goes to Google Flights or use one of the online travel agencies, then you'll still get 2x points on these bookings, which is not too bad, it's not too great, but it's still something that will give you some points if you do a lot of traveling. There's other cards that gives you more points. The American Express, as an example, gives you more points when you do these types of bookings, but 2x is not too bad for this relatively affordable card. So 2x on all other travel. So benefit number 7 is that you get 10% anniversary points. So what this means is that if you earned 100,000 points in the last year, then you'll get 10,000 points as an anniversary bonus. So this is an important bonus because after the welcome bonus, you might feel, should you keep this card? And a good way to give you points again for the new year and make you stay having this card. So the next benefit is transfer to transfer partners. And this one is so important and so amazing, I think. And this is one I use a lot. And the reason for this is because one thing is to earn all these points, and that is great. But how do you really maximize these points and get real value? And when you transfer these points to transfer partners, that's when you really start to see the benefits of these points. For example, I sometimes have to book a long haul flight from the US to Europe, and then often I would transfer these points to KLM or Air France, and then I go to their website and book the flight with points. And when I do this, I can get flights for really great rates. So I can get a business class flight for 60,000 points or an economy class flight for 25,000 points. And the same you can do with many of the other airlines. You can take Iberia, Emirates, and so many other airlines. So this is really an amazing way to get value for these points. And this is where I use most of my points, really. So this is one of the most important benefits, that you can transfer to these different transfer partners. You can also transfer points to different hotels, but in general, my experience is that the airlines is where you can really get the most for your money. I transfer these points, and then that's pretty much how it works. And then most of these airlines, you'll see the points right away. Some of them takes a day or two, but it really depends. And I can also just show you a booking here. So I found here a flight that is only 25,000 points. And also here's another one with 60,000 points that is a business class flight. So this is just to show you how this really works and how you see how much value there is, because if you would book that same flight, that would maybe be $5,000 or $6,000 for a business class flight there. So there's really so much money to save here. So the next benefit is that there's promos from time to time. So when you transfer points from Chase to an airline, then sometimes you can get 20% extra, 30% extra, or even up to 40% extra points. And this way you can get so much value, even more value when you make these transfers when there's the promos. So the next benefit is that you get $50 hotel credit when you book on Chase's travel portal. It's super easy. You just go ahead and you book, and then you'll get the $50 hotel credit. And this is something a lot of people forget, but why not take those extra $50 when you can? And the next one is rental car insurance. So I guess you have also experienced going to the counter at a rental company, and they're gonna ask you, do you want this insurance and another insurance and 5 other insurances you have never heard about, and it's all super confusing. But with the Chase Sapphire Preferred, you are covered with a primary insurance, so that is gonna cover you and again save you a lot of money, and you can just say no to all these additional insurances when you go and pick up your rental car. So that is a big benefit for sure, and something I've used a couple of times. So the next benefit is travel delay insurance. If your flight is more than 12 hours delayed, or you need to have an overnight stay, then you can be covered with up to $500. So this includes also things such as food or other things, but also a stay at a hotel. So this is also a great benefit if you have problems with your flight. Of course, this requires again that you use the Chase Sapphire when you make this booking. Then the next benefit is that you also get a lot of other insurances if you get sick and many other things. I have the list here so you can check the full list, because it's gonna take too much time to explain all of it. But there's also a lot of good benefits that is for sure can be helpful if you get into a difficult situation and need some help. Then these are also some of the things that's included in the card. And then the next one is that there's no foreign transaction fee. So this actually can save you a lot of money, because a lot of other cards have a transaction fee. So that is also something to keep in mind, and that can save you a lot of money. Then the next benefit is that there's so many offers inside the Chase portal. You can find offers where you get a 30% discount on something or 20% on something else. And it's often companies that's well known. It could be DoorDash, it could be Amazon, it could be many other things. So this is also something that is really interesting and something to keep an eye out. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this gave you a good insight to what the Chase Sapphire Preferred offers and all the benefits. There's also other cards out there that is great. I also made a video about the American Express Platinum, which have so many benefits. This one is more if you're a more frequent traveler, and it has also a lot higher annual fee, but also something definitely to check out. So you can also find it here. So I'll suggest you to also check out that video if you're a person that is planning to travel a lot and wondering which credit cards to get. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you very soon. Bye bye.